My name's Hope Daco. I'm a senior recruitment advisor with undergraduate admissions, and we're really excited that you've chosen to attend our pre-med night. I'll be giving a brief admissions and scholarships overview. Then you'll hear from Amy Baines-Berselli, the Associate Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, and Kristen Landis-Piwawar, the Associate Dean of the School of Health Sciences, all about choosing a best fit bachelor's degree. Then we'll provide you with information on exploring medicine, service, and research by Dr. Bob Noiba, Associate Dean of Graduate Studies and Community Integration and Associate Professor in the Department of Foundational Medical Studies. Then we'll end the night with the benefit of being a pre-med student at OU by Ann Selva, Coordinator of Pre-Professional Advising Services. And before we officially begin with the admissions presentation, I want to introduce Dr. Graham Harper, Dean of the Honors College, and Honors Advising Coordinator Ann Jackson for a special Honors College welcome.
Thanks, Hope. Hello, everybody. I'm Graham Harper. I'm the Dean of the Honors College here at Oakland. I'm going to turn you over to Ann Jackson for a second. Ann's our advising coordinator and a really big supporter of all our students. Just to say, it works out every year, freshmen that are in pre-med, health sciences areas, anything to do with pre-PT and all those areas that you would put into those health and medical science areas represent around about 60% of our Honors College freshmen. So it's a large group in the Honors College, and Ann will tell you a little bit more about what we do.
Thank you very much, Dr. Harper. Hi, everyone. I'm really happy to be able to just drop in tonight and say hello and encourage you to consider joining us here in the Honors College. What you will find is a really distinctive curriculum that allows us to individualize everything that we do with every student in any major. That said, Honors College is really ideally suited for pre-med majors in particular, and our students do very, very well. You will find extra support and leadership opportunities every step of the way, including undergraduate research, which is a really important part of being a pre-med student. So you would have that extra support in the Honors College. And also I want to mention too, it's not set up to be a longer or more accelerated kind of a program. So a lot of times students are very happy to hear that. And the other nice feature is, in addition to a lot of the benefits and features that you'll get, you can also apply for additional scholarships that are exclusively for Honors College students. So that's a big advantage as well. We do look for a 3.7 high school GPA that would automatically qualify you to join us. And if you fall a little bit below that, we do have an application process that we encourage you to apply. And I just want to say one more thing. We have a very close-knit community at Oakland University in general, and it's strengthened further by really the family feel of the Honors College. You'd be surrounded by like-minded faculty and staff, students, and just we want nothing more than to get you to your goal. So you'd find a lot of support, and we would be cheering you on along the way, all the way to getting into med school. So thank you so much. I'll turn it back over to our wonderful, fabulous Dean, Dr. Harper.
You see why we employ Ann. Thanks, Ann. So we'll finish up. But there's a number of routes to med school. My previous institution was the University of Texas Medical Branch. I'm not a clinician or a physician, but I worked on medical design, and I'm a fellow of the Royal Medical Society. So I've got a personal interest. We've got an interest because our student body has a lot of medical students, or dare I say, pre-medical students who will become medical students. 99% of our students are getting into one of their top 3 grad schools, and that includes our pre-med students. So the Honors College can help you do that in collaboration with our colleagues who you're going to hear from tonight, obviously from Health Sciences and from the College of Arts and Sciences. So nice to meet you. Reach out to us. We really are as friendly as we sound, and have a nice night.
All right. Thank you so much. So now I want to take this opportunity to tell you a little about Oakland's history, academic programs, campus life, in addition to admissions and scholarship info. Oakland University was actually founded in 1957 thanks to a $2 million donation by Alfred and Matilda Wilson. That means that we're a pretty young university, which I think is super exciting because there's room for constant growth, and we've had a ton of growth here at Oakland. OU is home to nearly 19,000 students and has more than 120,000 alumni worldwide. So speaking of alumni, if there are any alumni here tonight, I just want to take a moment to recognize all of you. We appreciate your dedication and loyalty to the university and for continuing the OU legacy. So thanks so much for being here. Oakland University has a beautiful campus of over 1,400 acres. It's home to Meadowbrook Hall, one of Michigan's national historic landmarks. Also, all of our academic buildings are centrally located on campus for easy access. So no, you do not need to walk all 1,400 acres of campus. Our campus is also surrounded by some really cool entertainment venues. So you have Meadowbrook Amphitheater right here on campus. We've hosted some really big name artists like Nick Jonas, Kendrick Lamar, 5 Seconds of Summer, and Oakland's also close to shopping areas. My personal favorite, Great Lakes Crossing. There's also the Village of Rochester and downtown Rochester. Also, if you're interested in recreation, canoeing, kayaking, hiking, check out the nearby Paint Creek Trail. There's also Clinton River Trail and Stony Creek Metro Park. In addition, there are some really cool OU sponsored events, such as movie nights at Imagine Theater and on-campus drive-in movies, as well as OU Night at Comerica Park. And during the fall, Yates Cider Mill has been a really big destination. Get all your cider and fresh donuts there. Oakland University boasts one of the lowest crime rates in Oakland County and the #1 safest public university in Michigan, particularly due to the many safety features in use around campus. So there are over 100 blue lights all across campus, which will connect anyone directly to OU PD dispatch right away. They also offer text message alerts that will send a notification directly to your phone in the event of an emergency situation on campus. Students and parents are both eligible to receive these, and you can enroll at OUPD's website. OUPD officers are also patrolling our campus 24/7, 365 days a year. So if you lock yourself out of your car like I once did, they will be there to help you, even there for the small things. Student involvement plays a large role in the lives of our students. OU offers more than 300 student organizations, including academic, social, Greek, political, and spiritual groups. The university regularly plans trips to really fun places like New York City, Chicago, Boston, just to name a few. Our Office for Student Involvement also offers discounted tickets to various events and performances throughout the Metro Detroit area. OU has 18 men's and women's varsity sports. We compete in the NCAA Division I athletics as part of the Horizon League, and the Golden Grizzlies have brought home 28 regular season titles, 77 conference tournament titles, and have made 55 NCAA tournament appearances. For more information about all of our sports, you can visit ougrizzlies.com. So more than 3,000 students live on campus, calling one of the residence halls or apartments their home away from home. Hamlin Hall houses first-year students, and Oakview Hall is the newest home to the Honors College. Our newest residence hall, Hillcrest Hall, houses 750 students and has a new dining hall and satellite recreation center. We also offer special interest floors, which offer social and academic support at the same time right where you're living. At Oakland, we encourage students to live, study, and work within a different culture through more than 180 study abroad programs in over 40 countries and on 6 different continents. We haven't yet made it to Antarctica, but you never know what can happen in the future. For example, our students studying a concentration in archaeology travel to Israel to see historic and religious sites covered in class. They participate in an archaeological dig, which sounds really awesome, and conduct groundbreaking research together. Oakland offers 140 undergraduate programs and more than 130 graduate and certificate programs. These are divided into several different professional schools and one large liberal arts and science college. The Honors College, which we already highlighted tonight, offers a unique environment for high-achieving students through smaller class sizes and special topic general education classes. It also gives graduating seniors the opportunity to complete a thesis on a topic of their choosing. In response to COVID-19, Honors College has opted into test optional admission for the entering class of fall 2021 for students with a 3.7 GPA, which means you're automatically admitted into the Honors College. For those students with a 3.3 to a 3.69 GPA, you need to complete a separate application for consideration. OU Presidential Scholar Award recipients are automatically accepted into the Honors College. And of course, The Honors College welcomes all undergraduate majors. We want every major to apply to this challenging, unique environment for high-achieving students. Whether you're deciding on a major or you're still exploring your options, the First Year Advising Center provides academic advising for all first-year students. Students who are undecided are redeciding their major past the first year, as well as undecided transfer students. Your assigned advisor will introduce you to helpful resources and different tools to assist you in developing a balanced schedule and making informed decisions about your major and your future career. I'd now like to walk you through the process of applying to Oakland University, which is super easy. Applying can be found for free online at oakland.edu/apply. Like I said, the application's free, and we're currently accepting applications for winter, summer, and fall 2021. Average incoming freshman has a 3.5 GPA and a score of an 1100 on the SAT or a 22 on the ACT. But typically OU is going to admit first-year students with a 2.5 cumulative GPA. For fall 2021, we temporarily shifted to test optional admissions because of COVID-19. So SAT or ACT scores are not required for admission consideration for the fall of 2021. Students are still really encouraged to send in their test scores if and when you have them. They can be really great for course placement and additional scholarship consideration, which I'll talk about a little later. The test optional policy is under review for the classes of 2022 and beyond, so make sure you check back with us. Scholarship consideration at OU is automatic, so there's no separate application for merit scholarships. To receive fall scholarship consideration, we recommend that incoming freshman students apply and have all of their materials submitted into us by March 1st of their senior year of high school. While scholarship consideration is based upon your cumulative GPA and test scores at the time of admission, students are welcome to submit updated transcripts and test scores to be reconsidered for scholarships as long as you're submitting by the priority deadline of March 1st. Now, our average incoming transfer student has a 3.1 GPA, and generally transfer students with college credit and a 2.5 GPA or higher are admitted. Transfer students must submit all transcripts from every college that they've attended. However, transfer students with less than 24 college credits must also submit their high school transcripts. Transfers should apply by December 1st for winter scholarship consideration or August 1st for the fall semester. Transfer scholarship consideration is also based upon a student's cumulative GPA at the time of admission. So our average tuition cost for an incoming freshman student is a little over $13,000 per year. And currently tuition is assessed based upon class standing, course, and course level. Differential tuition rates also apply to courses offered by the School of Health Sciences, School of Business Administration, School of Nursing, and the School of Engineering and Computer Science, regardless of your major. So for more specific information and to view the rates by course and course level, you can visit oakland.edu/tuition. Now, university housing. They offer a variety of living options suited to your individual needs and interests. Housing rates for a double occupancy room for 2020, 2021, fall and winter semesters combined starts at $10,639. For all newly admitted students planning to attend OU, we encourage you to activate your accounts if you haven't already. So activating your accounts is going to allow you to choose your net ID, and that's also going to become the first part of your OU email address. You can activate your accounts at oakland.edu/activate. There's some really great step-by-step directions on there. And admissions representatives are happy to assist you in activating your account if needed. Additionally, all incoming students are encouraged to register now for new student orientation. Registration is available online at oakland.edu/orientation to lock in your spot for our incoming class. For those students who are attending OU in winter or fall of 2021, applications for housing are now available, and you can apply for housing at oakland.edu/housing/apply. I also want to let you know that Oakland University undergraduate admissions is on social media, and we're always there to help. I encourage you to pull out your smartphone. You can like us. You can follow us today to learn more about applying. We put some really important deadlines on there and other upcoming admissions events. So you can find us at facebook.com/OU admissions and on Twitter and Instagram by following @OU admissions. At this time, we're going to move on to our next presentation, choosing the best fit bachelor's degree. And we will start with Amy Baines Verselli.
Hi, so I am talking on behalf of the College of Arts and Sciences. One of the reasons I'm here is that I am the former pre-med advisor for the Department of Biological Sciences and the person that was involved with the creation of our biomedical sciences major. I am now an associate dean in the College of Arts and Sciences. And we have many majors here in the College of Arts and Sciences that enable students to prepare themselves for all of the challenges that come with applying for medical school. And competencies that the medical schools are looking for are found on the AAMC website. Some of these you'll see come to us through volunteer experiences, through life experiences, but others, like the living systems and human behavior, come through coursework. So how do you choose a major to help you prepare for the MCAT and those competencies? Well, in the college, most students choose to use the natural sciences, the behavioral sciences, or the social sciences. Things like medical physics or psychology, biochemistry, biology, and our biomedical sciences degrees are very popular with our pre-med population. Now, you can be any major that you want as long as you've met all the prerequisites or the competencies for the MCAT and for medical school. Our top three in the College of Arts and Sciences are the Biological Sciences, BS, the Biomedical Sciences major, and the Biochemistry degrees. Other CAS majors that people major in are also psychology, music, sociology, and medical physics, and they complete their competencies through the pre-medical concentration that we offer in the college. This is an example major. The biomedical science is one of our most popular for pre-meds. It was designed for the changes to the new MCAT and the competencies that came out in the medical schools at that time. We've worked with members of OUWB as well as other medical schools in designing this coursework. And in particular, the biochemistry of metabolism and disease class, we designed with Dr. Rick Sabina from OUWB. The goal was to come up with a course that got students used to the format that they would see in medical school. It's not your typical didactic course, and we wanted students to have that experience before they went. No matter what your major is, you need to think about your general education classes. These are a requirement for all students at Oakland University, and they're not throwaway classes. These courses should be thought through and chosen carefully because they help you get those competencies and also some of your prerequisites. So if you're a bio major, you can take psychology to help meet your social science prerequisite. Your introduction to ethics is a Western Civ, and we all want ethical people working in our healthcare fields. Many students in the college will also do a minor. The biomedical sciences major was designed in conjunction with our wonderful honors college so that getting a minor in a foreign language is only 2 additional classes, one of which can count in the biomedical sciences major as an elective. So we tried to make it as easy as possible in some of our majors to also get a minor and work with the honors college for students that are going that route. We're very excited about the study abroad program for pre-health students that we have set up recently in Mexico. There are 2 sites, one in Oaxaca and the other in Puebla. Students obviously will do better here if they have a minor in a foreign language, including our medical Spanish for first responders. This is a wonderful class. Those students then are also able to do a lot of the community outreach and volunteer opportunities that we've designed for students with our local Hispanic population in Pontiac. So this really helps to increase awareness and their cultural competency. And then they can use their language that they've worked so hard to get. So all of these things are available in the College of Arts and Sciences, and we're always happy to encourage students and advise them however we can. Thank you.
Greetings. I'm Dr. Kristen Landis-Pivovar, Associate Dean for the School of Health Sciences. When you consider the steps along your journey toward a clinical degree, there are obvious paths and less traveled routes, some of which I'll tell you about tonight. The American Association of Medical Colleges notes that there are no preferred bachelor degree majors for medical school. You'll be far more successful in your studies if you choose an academic path that keeps you motivated, interested, and ensures that you'll complete the prereqs for your postgraduate path. When considering what those prereqs entail, you'll need to take courses that provide a core of natural, social, and behavioral sciences. You'll need to be equipped with the knowledge, problem solving, and critical thinking skills that are essential for high performance on the MCAT, the exam required for medical school application, and to be a successful clinician. What path is right for you? There are so many, and they can take you in so many directions. No matter your starting or ending point, each path will converge with that core of natural and behavioral sciences. Find the dotted line that sparks your passion and consider a few things along your journey. Are you following a path toward a degree that challenges you? Are there labs that can help develop and hone your skills? Can you connect to a hospital for volunteering, work, job shadowing? And will the faculty in the department of your chosen major help you with those opportunities? And one very important consideration, what's my backup plan? Life happens, and we'll talk about that a little more in a moment. In the School of Health Sciences, we offer you paths to numerous health professions. This graphic represents the foundational knowledge of our school and was designed to help you align your interests with a major, including pathways to medicine. The gold ring represents behavioral sciences, while the silver ring represents the natural sciences. The majors in the School of Health Sciences rely on aspects of both natural and behavioral sciences and are organized based on their foundational content. If your passion lies in the psychology and sociology of health, you'll find our pre-health professional studies path in the Department of Interdisciplinary Health Sciences. On the other hand, many of you are fascinated by the natural sciences, biology, and chemistry, where you'll find a health profession and another pathway to medicine in clinical and diagnostic sciences. Our preclinical profession specialization in clinical and diagnostic sciences is ideal for your preparation for medical school, but also for a physician assistant program, dental, veterinary, or optometry programs, because you'll develop a solid foundation in the biology and chemistry of the human body. This pathway prepares you for recognizing normal human physiology, diagnosing disease or pathology, and understanding how to monitor therapy. You'll have research opportunities and learn from credentialed clinical professionals for a fantastic undergraduate experience. And even better, having a clinical and diagnostic sciences degree will make your application to clinical professional programs, such as medical school, stand out. From this list of courses, you can see that you'll gain deep clinical knowledge and laboratory skills. You need this for medical school. You'll learn about various careers and issues in healthcare, ideal for someone who is seeking a career in medicine. And you'll take a deep dive into subjects such as human genetics and cancer, and molecular diagnostics, blood disorders like leukemias, anemias, clotting and bleeding, hematology and hemostasis. You'll learn a body systems approach to diagnosing and treating infectious diseases caused by parasites, fungi, viruses, including coronavirus, and bacteria. You'll diagnose disease by recognizing variations in the chemistry of the human body, liver, heart, brain, kidney, and so on. And you'll put all your coursework together as you problem solve and critically think through case studies and clinical correlations. In the School of Health Sciences, we also offer minors that can enrich your educational and professional experiences. With a few additional credits, you can earn a minor that broadens your health perspective and that speaks to your passions. Keep in mind that your passions evolve. Life happens, things change, and it's okay to change your mind or have a backup plan. In the center of this image is Arwa Hadid. She's followed our preclinical professions track and has followed the course plan that includes all the courses I showed you a few slides ago. Those courses are part of a curriculum for a profession called medical laboratory science. Medical laboratory scientists provide up to 70% of the diagnostic information for a patient. Arwa is still planning to attend medical school and scored very well on her MCAT. She's also loving learning the science of the human body. So she's considering taking the steps to becoming a medical laboratory science professional and working for a few years before starting medical school. Passions evolve. With this preclinical professions pathway, Arwa has the best of both worlds, a solid preparation for medical school and an incredible backup plan. So what is medical laboratory science? Few people know of the profession. A medical laboratory scientist works with numerous healthcare professionals while aiding in the performance and interpretation of laboratory data. These laboratory professionals are behind the scenes, helping to diagnose disease, and are incredibly important to the life of a patient. In this pandemic, they are not only performing and interpreting the coronavirus assays, they are paramount to our public health. They are also the professionals who are developing the tests. The job market for these professionals is thriving. As a student in the School of Health Sciences, we also offer you a program called Eclipse, Explorations in Collaborative Leadership and Interprofessional Education. You'll have service opportunities, and you'll learn about yourself and how to work collaboratively with other health professionals so that you'll be able to deliver the highest quality patient and community care. Since medical schools are moving to an interprofessional learning, Eclipse provides a unique and essential resume builder. I'll conclude with our foundational model one last time. This model can also be found on our website. Remember to use this model to align your interests with your passions and find your major in the School of Health Sciences, no matter where your passions take you. If you are in purpose for health, we have a major for you.
I'm Bob Noiva. I'm an associate dean in the OUWB School of Medicine here at Oakland University. And this evening, I'd like to talk to you about the pathway to becoming a health professional. I often get questions from students and parents about what our medical school admissions committee is looking for. What does an ideal candidate for medical school or other health professions graduate programs look like? What major is the best major? Those are difficult questions and depend so much on you, your aptitudes, your preferences, your passions. The presentations by Dr. Baines Barcelli and Landis Piwawar really focused on many of your best options here. All medical school programs have admissions requirements like organic chemistry, physics, biochemistry. Each will differ a little based on their specific focus, and you need to pay attention to those requirements. I can't speak for all medical schools, but I can give you some general ideas of what we look for when we try to identify good candidates for admissions. Perhaps it's better to ask questions like, what knowledge, skills, and attitudes will make me the best student, or the best medical student, or future health professional? I began my career studying embryology, and it started with sea urchins. I moved to studying the structure of enzymes that participate in the synthesis of all proteins in the body. And it ended up with me training at MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston, Texas. But does that need to be the pathway for you? Does it need to be a biological science major? Some of my favorite medical students have been music majors as undergraduates. I have two former medical schools that graduated from Juilliard School of Music. An unusual pathway, but both ended up as great physicians. Our current chief resident in internal medicine at Beaumont was a television producer in an earlier career. Probably what's most important as you embark on your college career is that you select a major that helps you develop as an individual. Develop strong study habits in whatever major you undertake and acquire a strong desire to learn. Gain the ability to read and appreciate complicated texts and publications. Most schools are looking for evidence of participation in research or some other scholarly project. Can you complete a research project and have something to show for it, like a poster presentation at a national meeting or a publication in a scientific journal? You should be able to discuss your scholarly interest, your research project, and current topics in medicine with others, demonstrating real passion and interest in the topic. I love this quote from Louis Pasteur that says, "Chance favors the prepared mind." It's difficult to say what is the prepared mind because our knowledge base continues to grow exponentially. Maybe it's best to learn some basic foundational knowledge and learn how to learn. Are you ready to learn? I would like to emphasize that you should be open-minded enough in your studies to be prepared for rapid and disruptive innovations and be bold enough to follow new opportunities when they are given to you. We refer to this as a growth mindset. Carol Dweck says that you should love challenges and be intrigued by your mistakes because that is how you learn. Enjoy the learning process. That's so important. Whatever your major will be, you're going to need to develop a foundation of math and science skills, curiosity and imagination that will serve you in whatever direction you take. You need to develop excellent observational skills. Learn to collect data carefully and accurately analyze that data with skepticism. Develop problem-solving skills and situational awareness. Pay attention to what's happening around you. Learn to observe. We actually have a class where we take our students to the Detroit Institute of Arts and have them look at the paintings and discuss what they see. It's so important to develop effective communication skills and learn to listen to others and pick up nonverbal cues. That's essential to being a physician. We need students who are resilient, ones that don't give up. How do you deal with setbacks? It's so important in the health professions to know when you need help and then to ask for it. That holds true for OU also. Talk to your classmates, ask for help, and ask for help from our excellent academic advisors. Healthcare is a team sport, and you have to develop excellent teamwork skills. It's so important to be collaborative. If you have a chance, you should pick up a book or a magazine article written by Harvard surgery professor Atul Gawande. He's written a lot on the skills and attitudes that make physicians successful. He describes that physicians should be more like pit crew members than cowboys. Healthcare delivery requires a team that can cooperate and work together, operating as a team, checking on each other's work, giving each other feedback. Not a John Wayne kind of cowboy that goes off on their own, not cooperating with others. This is so important to your educational development. Your network of peers, colleagues, mentors, and coaches will be your most important asset. Who are you going to meet along the way as you take your classes in college? And how will you continue those connections when you don't see that person in class anymore? It's so important that you undertake your undergraduate career, that you strive to create a record of achievement, seeking out opportunities that will challenge yourself to undertake something that's a little beyond your grasp. That's part of that growth mindset that Carol Dweck talks about. Build meaningful relationships with your peers and mentors. Learning to work with others that can help you gain new knowledge and skills. Build a record of accomplishments that you can put down on your resume. Did you complete a project that resulted in an award or a paper that you submitted for publication? Those are the kind of things that professional programs look for and value when considering your application. Always leave your classroom and research experiences on good terms. Remember, you're going to need recommendations. What will your colleagues and mentors have to say about you? This is a quote from General Omar Bradley, who led the US troops in Europe during the Second World War. He talks about the importance of dependability and integrity. It certainly holds true for medicine. Your professors here at the university will take note of the dependable hard workers, coming early and leaving late. They're always looking for talent. What will you personally showcase while you're here at OU? Are you a hard worker or a slacker? Remember that you will want letters of recommendation from faculty and mentors who can say more than this person got an A in my class. What did they remember about you? Did you ask great questions in class? Did you help others, your classmates in your laboratory sessions? Were your assignments in on time or were they always late? Research is so important. Many health professions admissions committee will also have an expectation of participation in a research project. Research demonstrates that you have a curiosity to expand your knowledge base, to blaze new trails. You should identify your own interest. It doesn't necessarily have to be a medical problem. Maybe it's an environmental project or something that looks at community needs or health disparities. What's important is that it is something you are interested in, a project that will allow you to learn new skills and to use those new skills to solve a problem and ultimately share your findings with others. Best research experiences will be mentored by a faculty member. Faculty mentors are so important as you embark on your career training. In fact, the most successful students will identify a group of mentors who will support them in achieving their goals, whatever they are. Your goal should be to build a network of support while you're here, giving you support and advice. It could be upperclassmen, graduate students, faculty, and academic advisors, talking to peers and mentors regularly, asking questions, sharing your successes with them and challenges, and listening to what they have to say. That is one of the values of going to a school like Oakland University, where you'll find a lot of people who are going to have similar interests and mentors who have a career experience that enables them to provide advice on many health professions' career pathways. I would also like to mention service. Health professions programs will also have an expectation that you are committed to serving others, especially in a clinical setting. What service activities have you participated in? Are they associated with your career goals? Have you gained skills in helping others? Has it been a continuing commitment, or was it a requirement for a course or a club that quickly ended? Have you reached outside of your comfort zone and perhaps worked with people very different from yourself? How have you grown in that service experience? Have you developed communication skills and demonstrated compassion for others? Finally, I would like to end this presentation again emphasizing how important it is to learn great collaboration skills, whether it's classroom activities, research activities, or service activities. You should work on developing leadership and teamwork skills so you can be successful as you work as part of the healthcare team. Are you dependable? Do you help others rather than compete with them? Do you follow up on your responsibilities? Are you organized? Can you take the leadership role when needed? Can you work with a team member who's not holding up their part of the bargain? These are the important skills that will help you whatever career you undertake. And OU is a great place to develop those skills. Lots of challenges, lots of opportunities.
I'm gonna talk about the benefits of being a pre-med student at OU. So first off, let me explain who I am. I'm the coordinator of pre-professional advising. We have a pre-professional advising office at Oakland University, and my role and my goal as our office is to help you put your best foot forward in applying to medical school. So in order to do that, we are going to help you through the whole entire process. So don't feel like, I don't know what I'm doing, because we're here to help you learn that. So you have learned a lot today about different majors, about how to be competitive to get into OUWB, into medical school. And I have here an image for you that will kind of help you understand what it means to be a competitive applicant. So first off, you need those prereq courses. So a lot of the majors that we talked about today will give you those prereqs, but technically you could be any major just as long as you gain those prereqs. So you could add on those prereqs to a psychology major or, you know, a dance major, just as long as you're gaining those prereqs. Now, in order to be competitive though, it's not just those courses. You need to have a rigorous course load. So a rigorous course load means multiple science classes in a semester, like at least 16 credits plus labs, so maybe 17 to 18 credits a semester. That's considered a rigorous course load. The reason you need a rigorous course load is medical schools are looking to see, can you handle more than that in medical school? So when you're taking a course load in medical school, you're going a lot faster pace, a lot of science classes. So they need to know that you can handle that. So rigorous course load, they're going to look for a competitive GPA, which OUWB just talked about what an idea of a competitive GPA is, and then a competitive test score, which they also talked about. So they're looking at that one piece, academics, and then they're looking at more pieces. So experience. Number one, you have to have shadowed a physician. You have to know something in the medical field, like, oh, I want to be a doctor. Well, have you sat with a doctor? Have you observed a doctor? Have you seen what they do day in, day out? So you, number one, have to have shadowed. Number two, community service is essential. Those are the first two things I always tell students. You need shadowing and you need community service. So when you're doing community service, don't just pick, oh, I need community service to get into medical school. Find something you're passionate about, a group of people that you're passionate about. If it's elderly, then do something in the section of being with the elderly people. If it's children, then something with children. So then that passion will come out in your application. It'll come out when you're in an interview, when you're talking about what you're passionate about. So I always tell people you need those two things and then you need more. So other ideas would be getting involved in a student organization, volunteer work in the medical field or not in the medical field, research. Research is highly recommended, like they've just talked about, direct patient contact, and then anything else that makes you unique as a person. They want to see who you are in your application. So anything that you can show them who you are is what they want to see. So sometimes it might be that you've been playing on a musical instrument your whole entire life. It might be that you have been very involved in this organization where you've spent hours and hours volunteering. Whatever is unique to you is what they want to see. The other component that they're going to be looking at is those letters of recommendation. So you need to be building relationships with your professors, with people, with doctors that you may have shadowed, with the community service supervisors, volunteer supervisors, people that can write good letters of recommendation. And I'm not just talking that they can write you a letter, but a good letter. So you want to have a good rapport. What I'm going to talk about now is the 5 benefits of being a pre-med student at OU. So how can OU help you with getting that big picture, with getting that whole picture? So number one, the first thing that OU can provide is a team of advisors. So you have our office. We're going to help you with putting your best foot forward. We team with academic advisors. So you will get an advisor if you're a bio major, someone in the College of Arts and Sciences. If you're a health science major, then an advisor in the health science office. And we pair with them so that they're making sure that you get those prereqs, that you're getting the GPA that you need. all those things to make sure that you're being successful. So you have us, you have your academic advisor, we also have faculty advisors that you'll work with, and then our career service office has career consultants. So you have a team of advisors that are really working with you to put your best foot forward. The next thing that OU offers is excellent faculty. We have faculty that are passionate about teaching, they're passionate about students, they're passionate about research. We have faculty that want to help students, that want to work with students, that want students to come to their office hours. So this is, remember that you're wanting to build this relationship not only to get a good recommendation, but they're also going to help you academically, they're going to help you get that research, all those things, and they want to be there for you. Research. So you can get involved in research. You can get involved through departments, so through the biology, the chemistry, the health science, psychology. So a lot of the departments, all the departments have research that you can get involved in. Doesn't necessarily need to be science-based. So remember, I just said psychology. So any research you get involved with is going to help you. We also have a Center for Biomedical Research that you can get involved in. We also have the OU Eye Institute, and then local hospitals that you can also do research through. And this is all through Oakland University. We also have campus resources. So if you need help with a class, so let's say you're in general chemistry and you're like, I am so lost. We have tutoring, free tutoring. So you need to, day one, if you're starting to struggle, you go to tutoring and they will help you. We also have a writing center. So every single paper you write, you can take to the writing center and they will give you feedback on that. We also have career services. Career services is going to help you with interview prep. And then also if you're looking for like an internship or experience, they can also help you there. Also, we pair with the Writing Center. I'm going to talk about that for a second. When you go to apply, you're going to have to do a personal statement, and our Writing Center can help you with that, along with our office. We have so many resources on campus, and they're all free to you. So just reach out if you need help with something. That's what our university is there for. And number 5, we have opportunities on campus, student organizations to get involved with that we've already kind of mentioned, like the Pre-Med Society, and then there's like aspiring surgeons, there's a pediatric society. So we have lots of student organizations that you can get involved in with people that have interests like you. It's a great way to meet people. And then you also, if you want to, you can become a leader within that organization and help other people as they're coming up the ranks. We also have the Office of Student Involvement, which is where the student organizations are found. They also have a ton of volunteer opportunities and community service opportunities for you through that office. This semester alone, they ran 2 different events which offered ways that you could volunteer your time and do community service. So definitely we have things on campus, even through the pandemic, that we were able to do volunteer-wise. And then a lot of the student organizations also have within them a community service aspect. So they try to do volunteer work or community service. I'm thinking directly of the Pre-Med Society has a person who's in charge of community service and volunteer, and they even have lists of things you can do and even online opportunities, even in the pandemic.